Have you ever noticed something strange in a place you thought you knew well? Something that just felt off? For me, it was my high school classroom, room 303. Everything seemed normal. The peeling paint, the crooked posters, the faint smell of chalk dust. But then there was the attendance register. Our teacher, Mr. Harrison, was meticulous. He'd call out our names every morning, his voice a familiar drone. There were 28 of us. Always 28. One Tuesday, I was leaning over his desk to ask a question when my eyes fell on the open register. I counted the names. 28 familiar ones, and then 2 more. Silas and Dilara. I'd never heard of them. I figured they were new students who hadn't shown up yet. Days turned into weeks, and those 2 names stayed silent on the living list. Mr. Harrison never called them out. It was like they didn't exist, yet there they were, in permanent ink. I started getting obsessed. I'd sneak glances at the register whenever I could. Sometimes a faint, almost invisible check mark would appear next to their names. Even on days when Mr. Harrison was absent and we had a substitute. One rainy afternoon, I stayed late to finish an assignment. The classroom was empty, bathed in the gray light of the storm. The register was on the desk. I couldn't resist. My hand trembled as I opened it. Silas. Ilara. As I stared at their names, a cold draft swept through the room, making the papers on the wall rustle. The classroom door, which I had firmly shut, creaked open slowly. No one was there. Who's? It's a dark, empty hallway. I slammed the register shut, my heart pounding in my chest. A whisper, faint as the wind, seemed to slither through the silence. It sounded like it was coming from the corner of the room, from the shadows where the light didn't reach. It was a soft, sibilant sound, like someone saying, "Here." I didn't wait to hear another word. I grabbed my bag and bolted out of that room. The next day, I didn't dare look at the register. But I couldn't help but notice Mr. Harrison looked paler, more tired than usual. When he took attendance, he hesitated for a fraction of a second after the last student's name, as if he was fighting the urge to say 2 more. To this day, I don't know who Silas and Ilara were, or what they were attending. But sometimes, when I pass by room 303, I feel a sudden chill, and I swear I can hear faint whispers from inside, patiently waiting for their names to be called. If you enjoyed the story, please like, share, and comment with your own spooky experiences. And do you forget to subscribe to our channel, The Stories, for more tales from the shadows. Thanks for watching.